What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the second episode of the High and Low Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Nick, a.k.a. Atlanta is Nick, and I'm here with my other host.
I'm Ness.
And we are here with a very special guest, our first guest, DJ Payne. DJ Payne, what's good,
hey,
man?
Appreciate y'all for having me. I am stoked for this.
We appreciate you being here.
Dope guy.
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and get into these segments. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. There's actually something where a guy he tried to do the national anthem, but he failed doing it, and we find that pretty funny. So
it
we
was funny. He kept saying "rocket" a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's happened a lot over the years.
But usually not with white people. Usually black people forget the national anthem. I don't think white people ever forget the national anthem.
Somebody screwed it up at the Super Bowl some years ago.
That's tough. You can't come back from that.
No.
Yeah, but
you can miss a word. You can't miss a whole sentence. It just don't. It can't.
Yeah, we're going to have to play it.
By Charles.
This guy definitely looks like
by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed.
Why his shirt so buttoned up?
y'all. I'm white, but I'm not that white.
Facts, bro.
We don't claim him.
He got at least 3 lawyers in his family.
Oh yeah, he looks like he works in IT.
He work in billing.
And the rocket's red glare were so gallantly there. Burst stripes were all there.
Those were not the words. Even I don't know it by heart, and it's not that.
Does that star-spangled banner yet glaze?
Clay? Yes.
For the land of the free.
I would have stopped by now.
And the home of the brave.
Yes, Jimmy.
Okay.
Look at his face.
Here's exactly what happened. They said we had somebody else to sing the national anthem, but they just got a flat tire, and we air in 5 minutes. Who can sing the national anthem?
And Jimmy thought he could.
And they were like, somebody said, "Oh, Jimmy's pretty good at karaoke." They're like, "Jimmy, come here. You're on in 5."
See, what happened is the motherfucking teleprompter fucked up, so it fucked him up. So
Yeah.
blame the teleprompter guy. Don't blame my boy Jimmy.
Well, the problem is the teleprompter. He put 1 or 2 lines in there that are not even part of the song.
He made sure they were there though.
I get it if you get nervous and you kind of maybe you like flip flop 2 verses,
Yeah.
but he didn't even do that. He said, "What did he say?"
He said the stripes were there,
He said the stripes were all there,
and the Rockets were there too.
The Rockets were there. They were there,
And they were gallantly there.
That was not even part of the song.
But yeah, Nez, what type of questions you got for DJ Payne? What you got, man?
A big question I've been always wanting to ask you is how do you go from like "Sir, yes, sir" to like "Sir, mix a lot"?
We got to tell the people what you're talking about, I guess.
"Sir, yes, sir." This man, military man, what, 15 years you said?
15 years.
15 years plus, and it's still continuing.
Yeah, so 15 years in the South Carolina Army National Guard. And DJing for a living. Oh, God, yeah. He's got my picture up there. That was only a few months ago. So, I joined when I was 19. I was still in college, and I joined when I was 19. I always wanted to.
Military and college. Y'all hear that, guys?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you right now, college is a scam.
Super scam. I only went for ball.
Dang, I'm in college right now. Let's
skip it. Skip it.
Skip it. He said drop out.
Drop out. So, all right, hold up. I'm going to digress. I didn't mean to get this deep this early in the show.
No, let's do it.
That's how we do on the high and low, man.
Talk about college. Graduate high school. Go to tech. Take Business 101, Economics 101, Finance 101, and Business 101. drop out, go on YouTube, learn a skill, and then go convince somebody else to pay you to do that. That's it. That's all the education
But
you
he
need.
said
That's what I'm doing right now.
that's what we
Okay,
don't
you're good,
know
you're good.
in the black community.
Well, that's my gift to the black community.
That's his gift, guys.
I got plenty more
Package
gifts.
it and
but-
hold it dear.
No, when I joined, I was 19, and I didn't start DJing until I was like 26, I think. So it was a little late. But I had already been in the Army, and when I started DJing, like all my Army guys gave me shit because they're all like, they all, drive tractors and weld pipes and work construction for a living, and they gave me so much shit for it. I was like, yeah, whatever, because I liked it and it was fun. But of course, I stayed in the Army and then kept DJing and kept DJing and kept DJing, and then before you know it, they were kind of like, oh, like you're really doing this thing,
They
huh?
doing this shit.
So how
Doing this
long
thing.
did it take you when you really pop off? That's what I'm saying.
That's tough to say. So let me back up. So I started DJing in 2015.
I was still in
And
high school.
don't remind me. I'm too old to this shit. This microphone is hiding the gray hair on my beard.
He's still the OG though. Go.
I started DJing in 2015, and I probably really started taking it seriously in like 2017.
Okay.
And then I went full time. I quit my day job in 2019.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, June 1st, 2019 was my last paycheck from a regular ass 9-to-5 job. And I've been full time ever since. COVID was a little weird,
Facts.
but other than that, DJing has provided for myself, my family, my bills, and every now and then I can afford to go to a nice steakhouse. So that's been since 2019. So it's 2023. So I guess I've been full time for almost 4 years now. And I would say, like, even when I was full time, like you don't have to be popping to be full time. You can play the shitty bars and the shitty clubs and do the birthday parties and stuff like that. You can do that and just be okay. So I'd say I started getting some of like the club shows, and I've started getting the club shows and probably right about the time COVID ended. And like I had some momentum before COVID, but COVID kind of slapped that down. And so I started really picking up with the better spots, and I don't want to say better, but with the more popular spots and the more prominent and prestigious spots, like late 2020, early 2021.
Okay. I think that's really important because you said basically it took a while for you to really like get to that point where you're
Yes.
able to do it full time. And I think in today's society, it's very microwavable because of social
Right.
media
Like popcorn.
and stuff like that. And people want to do something and they want it to blow up immediately. So I think
Facts.
you saying that's very important.
Popcorn.
Well, I agree with you, but that's a double-edged sword because when I started, I don't even know if TikTok existed when I started.
Probably
And
not.
I'm using TikTok as an example. It's not all about one platform, but in 2023, you can post a viral video and pop off, and that's going to really accelerate your career.
yeah.
So it kind of one viral video isn't going to make your career as a DJ. It might make you a lot of money up front, but it's not going to make you a career.
Facts.
But that certainly helps. But yeah, like it takes time, and I've had plenty of young DJs. I say young; they don't necessarily have to be young, but newer DJs, come to me and be like, "Hey, can you put in a good word for me at this club or this spot or that spot to come play?" And if they're good and I know I can sign off on them, I absolutely will. And if they're cool, but if they're number one, if they're an asshole,
Dickheads.
who?
Dickheads.
Oh, right. I thought you were calling somebody's name. I was like, oh, we'll go do that. No, I'm not calling any names, but if you're an asshole, or if I just really don't feel like that you're there yet, then I'll say like, hey man, like
Practice.
I'm willing to do that for you in the future, but we got to thicken up your resume a little bit and really work on some of your skills, and I'll help you with that in order for me to be able to sign off on you when I go to the owner or manager of this club. Because if I recommend you and you get in there and fuck it up, then that
bad on
manager's
you.
looking at me.
That's bad on
Yeah.
you.
Oh, that's your boy, huh?
That's your
And I'm
guy.
like, oh,
Yeah.
Your
well,
guy.
That's on you.
So as we're talking about you up and coming and the things you had to face, what would be some advice you would have for young entertainers like myself and Nice?
young entertainers coming up in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
So The thing about the entertainment industry, especially when you're starting, is that a lot of times the entertainment industry and the bar and nightclub industry, they kind of have a little bit of overlap. They're not entirely overlap, but they have a little. So
I get what you're saying.
You have to learn a little bit of the bar and entertainment industry in order to succeed, the bar and club industry to succeed in the entertainment industry, and vice versa. So what I would say is, when you are getting paid X amount of $100 a night to, perform in a nightclub or perform in a bar, or even if it's, even if you're a band and you're just singing songs for people on a Sunday afternoon, you have to realize that bar paid you, let's say, $300 to come play or sing or whatever. That's an investment for them.
Facts.
So they're saying, all right, we're going to spend $300 on you and hope that people are going to spend $500 at the bar. Well, we just made $200 profit off our investment. 9 times out of 10, the bars and the clubs, they don't care about the artistry. They just don't. And it sucks. I wish they did, but they
Facts.
don't.
Facts.
They have to make their money back on you.
That's all that matters.
So to them, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
To us, it's about the art and the fun and the enjoyment and watching people sing and dance. But we have to understand where they're coming from when we present them our fee. So if you say, I'm $5,000 a night, well, then we better make $10,000 off you at the bar. And if you can't deliver that, then, it's not going to be worth it.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to know where the booking agents, the owners and managers, where they're coming from in order to know, what we can ask of them. And so you have to learn, like, okay, if you're there and it's, this, like if I'm DJing a bar or a club and I show up and say, well, I want to DJ an EDM set tonight.
Facts.
And I get a bunch of, I get some 60-year-old's birthday party that walks in the bar or the club. Well, guess what? They probably don't want to hear EDM.
Yeah.
So I got to play, some older stuff.
Facts.
And you have to
60.
And it's not my favorite thing in the world, but sometimes I got to do it.
Yeah.
Turn up, Granny. Throw that saggy ass.
And they will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just understanding, where they're coming from. And sometimes you can show up and say, I want to do an EDM set tonight. I just got that feeling, so I'm going to do it, and people love it. Or, 30 math teachers walk in from the National Math Teachers Convention. Well, now you got to play to them or sing to them, whatever the case may be.
The science guy.
No. Yes. When it switches is when you begin to sell tickets.
Okay.
So you've built up that name for yourself in whatever way it is, whether it's they're singing, rapping, DJing, playing guitar, whatever. So at first, you tell the bar, hey, I'm $500 a night. And they say, okay, we'll pay you $5, and you'll be able to entertain these people long enough that they'll spend more money at the bar, and we'll make an extra $1,000 off the bar. Then we spent $500 on you. Everybody wins.
Man, liquor makes the world go round.
Liquor makes the world go round. It's. I hate to say it, but it is.
Yeah.
But when you have built that reputation so much that you say, okay, DJ Payne or Nez, whoever is playing at this venue on this night, tickets are $20.
Right.
And you can sell enough tickets to make your money.
You can get 40 people in the door.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
How you feel about boxing? You love it? You watch it? Are you into it?
I am very slowly getting into it because it's such so prominent in the media now. I'm starting to kind of dig it.
I'm more of like a UFC guy though, because I like to see people get knocked out.
I like that too.
Yeah, I like to see people get knocked out. I like to see the blood and the.
Oh
boom.
yeah, that's the cool shit.
Yeah. So have you watched the fight that was Sunday? It was Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury.
I saw clips of it.
Okay.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw clips.
So do you know about Jake Paul and his...
Oh yeah.
So how do you feel about
You
him?
talking about how he be setting up the matches like it's WWE?
I don't know if he's doing that or not. I can't decide.
I think
You
he signed a
can tell.
contract. I think he signed a contract.
You
Oh, it's
can
Logan.
tell.
That was Logan.
Anderson Silva knocked
Did
out
they both
deadly
fight?
men.
They both box.
think
I know
that would
Logan
ever
got a
be-
deal.
Think that would ever be? He's been training for real because you got to sell it.
Yeah.
You gotta sell it, but it's definitely like some WWE type. That's the reason why like these people keep saying no. But if you can make 50 million, I'll lose a fight on purpose.
Oh yeah, you can whoop my ass for 50 million.
50 million,
Yeah.
you can beat the shit out of me.
I'll let you whoop my ass right now for 50
Back is
bucks.
right. That's he said, stomp me out right now, 50.
Got to start somewhere.
Show me a Benjamin, you can knock out a 2.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he knows the formula, and the formula is get the people to watch. So because viewership is what makes him get paid so much. So if he can talk shit to some of the greatest fighters in the world and convince them that he's a good fighter and that they should fight him, and then they do it and people pay a lot of money to see it, then he makes his money. So I think he knows the formula because he was a YouTuber first. So he knows the formula of like how to get people to watch a video.
Facts.
So he's just applying that further, and he probably figured out, hey, boxing is one of the most profitable sports.
He's like the Super Saiyan of fuckboys.
Oh yeah, he's got the haircut and everything.
Yeah, like he like knows his shit.
Yeah,
to a T.
I think he's a lot smarter than people give him credit for.
But he puts off like a fuckboy, like ignorant persona.
Oh yeah, that's his brand.
But that's like brand though. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell like that's not him though.
Yeah.
No,
but
it's probably not.
It pays the bills, but you know what I'm saying?
It's more than the bills.
Right.
But I think what he did is figure out like, all right, this is what it takes to make people watch. I'm going to double down on that. I mean, and he already had a boatload of money before and for very little work. So he's like, I got time and I got money.
Facts.
I'm going to pay the best boxing trainers in the world to train me. So it would be foolish of an opponent, in my opinion, to look at one of the Pauls and say, well, they're just a YouTuber, I'm going to beat his ass. Like, hang on, he's been training.
Yeah.
He's got the time, and he's got the money for the best trainers in the world. You know, you might want to...
He's definitely not like ass, but
No.
I just don't think that he would beat these caliber fighters. Like, we talking about OC people here.
Yeah, because he wanted to beat
Conor
Canelo.
McGregor, but there's a reason why that fight not happening, and I guarantee you it's not because Conor McGregor don't want to fight. He just don't want to lose.
You think Conor doesn't want to lose?
Yeah.
Nah, I think
And
he'll
the fact
be
that
straight.
because most contracts, like it's been like proof before that Jake Paul has rigged shit to turn out certain ways for the sake of the content.
I mean, that's ultimately that's what it's about at the end of the day.
See what I'm saying?
Entertainment.
See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like,
It's
did he
entertainment.
knock him out? Probably not. But just like the WWE, John Cena hits him with the boot bop. Everyone still goes wild. It's fine.
I've actually gotten into WWE. I didn't like it as a kid, but now it's
I love
very
it as a kid.
fun.
It was terrifying when I went to the match, though. I sat right next to the fireworks, bro. I thought my hair was going to catch on fire the whole time. I was terrified.
I loved that shit as a kid. My parents would never let me watch it.
Wow. So you grew up in a strict household, basically, or
I don't know about strict. I think my parents knew that I would watch that shit and then go to school the next day
try
and be
that
like,
shit.
yo, let me suplex you.
We were literally doing like what was that thing? Jeff Hardy's joint, the off the like rooftop, like onto a mattress.
See, I think that's why my parents didn't let me watch it.
Facts. It was fun though.
one of my questions for you.
I like the Batista bomb.
You're a very big dog lover, dog guy. So
Yeah.
give us an
little puppas.
insight on you being a dog lover.
So-
all this stuff.
I had a dog growing up, and my dad ran over her when I was 7.
Tough beans, man. What was her name?
Buffy,
Puffy, the
Buffy.
vampire slayer. Puppy.
little cocker spaniel, but she was 14 years old. She was blind in both eyes,
Ooh.
and she was deaf.
So she didn't even know the car was coming.
Wow.
No, my dad was backing out of the driveway, and she just walked in front of it, and I was 7 years old. I was like showering to get ready for school the next day, and my
You
mom.
just saw a flattened dog.
No, I didn't see it. My mom came in the bathroom crying and said, "Your dad ran over the dog."
Oh,
Wow.
So I digress. Not to kill
Come on,
anybody's
Pops.
buzz. Not to kill anybody's buzz, but had a dog growing up, and then I had another dog, and then she lived a full life, and then I was 29. I was 29 or something. My parents have they have a farm a couple hours from here.
Couple pigs.
Oh yeah, pigs, trees, deer, the whole nine. Anyway, I go down there, and I'm leaving this very remote part of South Carolina, and it's raining. It's January. It was raining and cold. I'm leaving, and I see a little puppy walk across the road, and I'm like, "That's a tiny ass dog." And I was like, "Hold on, that doesn't have a collar. That's somebody's dog." So I went and tried to get the dog out of the road, and I realized, this is a stray dog, and my
all alone.
my normally cold heart grew 3 sizes, and I threw the dog in a car.
Hey, man.
And I was talking to this girl at the time, and I called her, and I said, "Look what I found on the side of the road." And she said, "Oh my God, you have to keep it." And so Of course, I was trying to impress her because we hadn't had sex yet, so I was trying to impress her.
Facts, you got to.
Yeah.
Everything.
And so I
love dogs.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally a dog person, and I kept the dog, and we did briefly date for a while, but she's gone and the dog's still here, and
Facts.
so I'm a dog person.
Loyalty.
Bros over hoes.
Yeah, well, the dog was a girl, so it's a hoe, I guess.
But
That's
like,
the dog I have now.
but we gotta go into positive moment. We gotta be positive.
Positivity.
And this sort of, in a way, is positive. You know, Michael B. Jordan. He has a movie coming out, and he did a red carpet for his movie, and he happened to run into an old classmate of his in high school.
Ooh.
And that person and a bunch of other people were calling him corny and he ain't shit and he ain't gonna be shit and all this other stuff. And now we see him elevate, have all this status, money, you know, career popping off and stuff like that, women, all that stuff. And
Isn't that how it always goes?
basically,
Yeah, the women come last.
They shit on you until they realize who you are.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to run the race with you, but they're waiting for you at the finish line.
Waiting with a motherfucking spreaded coochie and tatted nipples.
Yeah.
Tatted, she got tatted nipples.
Tatted, yep.
I ain't got one of those yet.
Tatted nips.
But yeah, we're about to play the video.
Yeah, let's see
so
this thing.
Yeah.
B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. How is the difference between
She
you
light-skinned
actually
too.
directing
Gotta be.
and working with the same people that you were directed with?
Can I laugh at that?
Shit,
It was
like,
awesome. You know, I'm happy
she
to
half of you. I mean, fuck it.
I spent on the Creed films. They're very supportive. You know, Tessa, Felicia, Rashad, Wood Harris, people that see me grow up. And for the fact that I stepped behind the camera and finally got a chance to direct them, they loved it, they embraced it, and it was a wonderful experience.
And was it difficult for you mentally because you're coming out of a different space?
I didn't know he was doing the athletic kid.
Rose before hose.
Always.
Yeah.
Especially
Isn't this
fuck her.
the sexiest
He stopped the
man?
interview.
Show off right there. Who's the sexiest man? Now,
Yeah, he's
Sexiest
completely
man, because
forgot
I
about
thought
her. But yeah, that's basically it. And
What if he loses to him? I'd be pissed.
I don't think
Because Rocky ain't lose. Wait, did he lose? He lost once, but
he
that was in
lost,
the
but-
beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning, and then at the end,
Because
he
Apollo,
wins.
that nigga. I mean, can I say nigga on YouTube?
You can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I can.
You literally said coochie, so if you
But
can
like
say
coochie
you
and
can say
nigga is not
nigga.
the same level. It's
No,
not.
it's definitely not. Because I can say
Yeah,
coochie.
But he definitely can't say nigga. Maybe.
Yeah, but have you had that experience probably where a female did not fuck with you at all in the beginning, and then you boss up, new crib, new car, more money?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Expound on
So
that.
it's funny. So if you notice in that video, he said, "Oh yeah, you the one that called me corny, right?" And she was like, "No, I misquoted. I didn't say that." Like, shut up. Yes, you did. I mean, I definitely had. I mean, I was 1,000% not the cool dude in high school. I was the same height I am now. My teeth were the same size. My ears were the same size that they are now,
He do got some big ears.
and I was 100 pounds lighter.
Okay.
So
Skinny white dude.
I was not like an attractive dude. I get it.
But if you got the swagoo sauce, you can pull any bitch.
Well, I did not have swag.
Like even Donald Trump get pussy.
Well, he got money.
Facts.
I don't. But I was not the cool dude in high school, and so I understood that, and you know, that was just part of life. And as I grew older and got out of my high school, it was, you know, a little bit different. And then you start playing out in bars and clubs, and then it's not because you're necessarily an attractive person. It's because you're the guy in the DJ booth or whatever. But yeah, I've had people, and not a ton, but yeah, I've had people that wouldn't give me the time of day in high school. Like, oh my God, can you get me in the club or whatever? And I'm like, sorry, I'm all out of wristbands. You got to wait in line.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
And it was petty, but I definitely have done that.
Yeah.
at least twice.
I'm a big guru on fitness because, I played football for 16 years. So clearly I had to be somewhat fit, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. All state. We ain't gonna talk about it. But
Not a
this
big deal.
guy right here talking about body transformation, talking about white boy magic. This guy right here, 75 days going hard of the shit that he loves the most.
Not the most.
Okay,
But
the
a lot.
it's up there. It's
A
up
lot.
there.
It's up there.
Talk about that, man. What was that like? That experience, that grind? Because I know it was a spot in there. It was like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna get a shot.
Yes, definitely was. So I did a thing. It's called 75 Hard. The dude that invented it, I guess, per se, his name's Andy Frisella. You can search him on the podcast, anything. He's got a ton of stuff out there about it. So what it is it's a challenge that he created. It's 75 days of you have to do no alcohol, drink a gallon of water a day, read 10 pages of a self-improvement book, do 2 workouts a day, one of which has to be outside. They both have to be 45 minutes long.
Fire.
They have to be 3 hours apart. And you can choose the diet, but you get to pick it, but you have to stick to it. No cheat days.
What'd you choose?
I chose
Like pescatarian or something?
Whole30.
Whole 30.
Explain
So
that.
you can, again, if you Google Whole30, you'll find everything there is to know about it.
What's like a general status?
So the general part of Whole30 is meat, fruits, vegetables, and nuts.
So no grain,
No grains.
no starches,
No
nothing.
grains, no dairy, no pasta, no sugar.
Okay,
Okay.
that
and
makes sense.
No alcohol, but that's already part of the challenge. So I did that for 75 days. I was a little hefty when I started, just a little more than I wanted to be. But I was that way because everything was going really well.
Shout out to the big boys.
Shout out to them big boys. I was getting on my way to a big boy. I was 231 pounds at 6'2", and at the end of it, I was
200 plus club, yay!
193. So I lost 38 pounds.
Hell yeah, man!
Wow.
Good for you.
That's great.
And then once I started drinking again, I introduced a little bit of grains back in. I ate a little bit healthier. I think I sit at like 210, 213 right now.
Okay, that's solid though.
And I'm good with that.
Couple
But, like,
push-ups, you good in there. You
Because
good.
the 193, like somebody at my size at 190, like when you're doing nothing but drinking water, meats, fruits, vegetables, and nuts and seeds,
Just
that's
falls
not
off.
that's not sustainable.
Yeah,
in,
it's tough. It's tough.
not in this lifestyle.
Definitely.
Like
Late nights, early mornings, nah.
yeah,
Yeah.
late nights, early mornings.
Tough.
So like, do you still like sort of stick to that? Like, you sort of incorporate the DJ lifestyle and what you did with the 75. Do you still do you sort of put that together in a way?
I try to, and here's the thing: is when you live this kind of a lifestyle, if you work in bars and clubs, and you're out in the alcohol-driven environment all the time, you kind of have to have that balance. So you're living at nighttime. You're living a life of excess. So it's drink shots, whatever, and then you get done. Oh, let's go to Waffle House, whatever.
Yeah.
God, I fucking love Waffle House.
Waffle House is fire. IHOP sucks until it doesn't.
Shout out Waffle
Yeah.
House.
Yeah, sponsor us. So you do. I mean, you do that. That means during
Waffle House got too many crackheads to sponsor us.
that just means that. So when I'm not, on the clock per se, I have to kind of swing hard the other way and eat super healthy, and I don't drink soda.
No soda.
What I eat at home is just like scrambled eggs, grilled chicken, vegetables. I eat that during the day so that at nighttime I can have lots of vodka, and then at the end of the night I can have a slice of pizza or whatever the case may be. So that
And then you sweat out that liquor the next day.
and then you got to go to the gym so that I can live a life of excess on the weekends and at nighttime. But then during the week, I'm very strict about it
Yeah.
so that I land somewhere in the middle.
Facts.
And I just look okay.
You have that balance.
Facts.
Right. Yeah. And so
You ain't got to go OC, but you can't look like Sean Kingston.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
No way to.
Yo.
I got a fucking story.
Go ahead.
Y'all, you knew that, didn't you?
Hell yeah, man. We do our research, man. Let's talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, y'all need to buckle the fuck up.
Strap in your dildos and hold them tight.
Let me tell y'all about Sean Kingston. I can't believe y'all pulled that shit on me.
Oh yeah, we did our research.
Get
Were y'all at the show?
No, I was not.
At the show?
Clearly,
I've heard about it.
Oh, you heard about it. Okay.
Yes.
All right, you heard. All right, well, here's what happened. So, middle of January, me and my best friend.
Bestie.
Well, it was really. So let me back up.
Is that the guy who owns Society?
No,
Okay.
different guy.
Different guy. White guy.
Also a great friend. Yeah, white guy. Best friend, black guy.
Yeah. Hey, let's go, man.
Yeah, I'm in the club.
Shout out to my niggas.
Yeah, I'm still
Hey, yo.
still have not gotten an invite to a cookout.
That's tough.
What?
Bro. How you gonna call your best friend? You ain't had his fried chicken yet. That's tough.
No, I've had his fried chicken, but he has not invited me to a
Cool,
cookout
cool,
yet.
cool. We good. We good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So late 2022, me and my best friend get a text. So my DJ Apollo, shout out. He's the guy that
Hey.
taught me to DJ, and then we just became best friends.
Nice.
And
He DJs at Blue, right? Okay, cool.
so we get a text, about a couple months out. Hey, we got Sean Kingston coming to the Foundry in Greenville on such and such a date. Do you guys want to open? And we said, duh, basically.
Yeah.
We said yes, absolutely. And so he gave us the details, and we were like, all right, cool. So we planned it out, and they were like, hey, you guys are doors are at 7. You guys are gonna play 8 to 10:30, and Sean's gonna go on at 11:45, or I'm sorry, 10:45. So 15-minute break. He goes on. So we're like, okay, cool. We know that that's how things work. So day of comes. For reference, for our viewers that don't understand, 2.5 hours for an opener is a very long time.
That is
Very.
crazy, bro. 2.5 hours.
Very.
Think about 2 class periods and lunch.
Right.
Yeah. Basically, that's a long time.
Yeah, so that's a long time. And they told us, they said, y'all can work it however y'all want. Like, you can do half and half, or you do 2 hours, you do 1 hour, whatever. And we said, no, we're doing this shit together.
Like, sometimes the main only do 8 songs.
Well, so here's how it worked. So we were supposed to do 2.5 hours. Sean Kingston's contract was for a very short amount of time, like less than an hour, like 45 minutes or something like that. So hang on, I got to make sure I'm not telling something I'm not supposed to. But basically,
Don't tell me to sign some NDAs.
I didn't sign an NDA,
So you good.
but some of these people are still my friends. So
Facts. That too.
Okay.
That too.
all right, so here's how it really went down. So Apollo and I get up there. We start at 8. Doors are at 7. We go on at 8. We go on at 8 o'clock sharp. We play 2.5 hours. We do the thing. We have a great time. Everybody's lit. We're having a blast.
Going stupid.
Yeah. Oh, it was outstanding. We had so much fun.
It was,
So then-
it was a lot of people. I saw Snapchats.
So there was 1,200 people there.
Hell yeah. Small area.
Yes. So 1,200. I love a 1,200 person venue. We're like 1,015 's perfect.
A lot of bitches.
Yeah, they was there.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
there aplenty. There was bitches aplenty. And so we get done. So we're like, okay, 12:30. Apollo goes back into the green room where now Sean Kingston and his manager. So he had him, his manager, and his DJ
Okay.
there. So he goes back to like make sure they're there, make sure they're good, and make sure we're all right. Cool. He said, "Yep, we're done at 10:30 on the dot." So we finished at 10:30 on the dot. Thank you guys so much. Give us a few minutes. Sean will be out here, and we're gonna fucking party. So I go back into the green room. I wasn't gonna put this man on blast, but now I'm going to.
Blast them.
Do it.
Rocket power.
So
go.
I go back into the green room. Sean Kingston is there with his team and some girls or whatever, and he's just kind of sitting there like this.
He got a picture. He got a picture.
No, like he's just sitting there thumbing through his phone.
Okay.
And then I said, "Hey man, what time do you want to go on?" He looks at me and goes, "Ask them." Doesn't even look at me.
That's disrespectful.
And I was like,
Because he's Jamaican. That's
yeah,
what
he's
it
Jamaican.
is.
So I turned to his manager, who I'd already met, and I said, "Hey man, what time does he want to go on?" He goes, 11 o'clock. And I was like, "Cool."
Wait. You supposed to play till 10 though.
Yeah.
No, he was supposed to go on at 10:45, but there's a little flex in
A
there.
little.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he was like, he's gonna go on at 11.
Okay.
I was like, okay, cool. So we did what we were supposed to do. We'll get back. So now it's my turn to party.
Facts.
And so we're just hanging out. He goes on. We're standing backstage watching him. He does a couple songs or whatever, and he's doing Beautiful Girls and Eeny Meeny and Somebody Called 911. Like, and everybody's going nuts. He's doing great. And at the end of a song, he goes, "Yo, we're having technical difficulties. I'll be right back."
And they got a breath. He needs some oxygen. So they done to put it in the.
So I was like, okay. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right. So he comes back there and he comes back in the green room. The sound's fucked up. So the promoter calls me and he goes, "Hey, are you backstage with Sean?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Tell him it'll be fixed in a few minutes." And I was like, okay. I said, "Hey, man, it'll be fixed in a few minutes." He goes like this. He goes, "It better be." I was like, I don't know what they're like in Jamaica.
Hey, yo, bro, he like a black Britney Spears. He like
That's
a black
wild.
Augustus Gloop. Big old nincompoop.
And I was like, excuse me. And then 5 minutes later, promoter calls me back and says, "Yo, tell Sean that we're good to go." "Hey, man, they said you're good to go. Everything's fixed." His manager, who is this gigantic black steroided up Jamaican man,
Hey, small
comes in-
dicks.
puts his hand on my chest and goes, "Yo, don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. You talk through me."
Damn.
And I was like, "Yo,
What?
hang on. We were cool like 2 hours ago. Like me and this dude were cutting up." And I was like, "Well, tell him they're ready for him."
Like, go on the stage, bro.
So he goes on. So he did 3 songs, comes off, comes back on, does like a few more, and then just walks off stage and he's like, "Yo, I'm done. The sound is fucked up or whatever." So he did like 20 minutes. He was supposed to do, close to an hour. People are actively booing him. And
It was a lot of people in there. That's a lot of booze.
and people are actively booing him. I can hear it from backstage, and he just doesn't give a fuck.
Hey, look, he get paid regardless, but he is trash.
Funny you said that. So when an artist comes in like that, I don't know the exact details of like that. So when an artist books a show like that, so they'll say, okay, so like Drake comes in, for instance, and you're going to do Drake's a bad example because he's so fucking big.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's like stadiums, arenas, and shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Giveon.
Wick.
Giveon.
Nardo Wick.
Daniel Caesar.
So Nardo Wick. So Nardo Wick probably gets.
Probably
It's like, hey,
5K.
we want you to come. We want you to come play.
5K.
So we're gonna pay you
People.
$10,000, but you're gonna get when you show up, you get
People now
5,000.
since that song
You
blew
get
up.
5,000 just to show up. When you walk in the door, that's $5,000,
Boom, signing bonus.
and you're gonna play for an hour.
Okay.
Once you finish that hour, we give you the other $5,000.
But if you don't get the hour,
Boom.
then you suck.
Ah,
So
that
you could
makes
just stand out there and
sense.
talk to him. Is that why people be doing that when they don't feel like singing no more? They'll be like, I'm gonna sit here and talk to you guys about
Probably.
my life and my mom.
That
she's
makes so
sick,
much sense now.
And she like they over here with the rollie on like, okay, I got 30 more minutes.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
play that
exactly.
song. Play that song.
So, again, I'm not going to divulge too much on camera. I will absolutely tell y'all.
But this is
after
exactly
the
what
fact.
we wanted, the
So,
behind the scenes, you know what I mean?
I get in a no.
Because you in a lot of rooms, my guy.
To be fair, I had my fair share of vodka that night. And at the end of it,
Blurred lines.
backstage, and his manager is trying to get their full paycheck, get their full, saying we fulfilled the contract,
But they didn't.
Yeah.
which they didn't. And he said, "Oh, the sound was your fault."
So then, therefore, they still get paid.
Right. However, it wasn't. I said, no. So this is when I jumped in and acted like I was 100 pounds heavier than I was. I said, no. I said,
you didn't go on that 75 hard.
yeah, I said, your DJ sound checked everything because I was there. I said, you were standing right here. Your DJ sound checked everything, and I watched it. So your DJ signed off on this sound check. And he eventually
Yeah, that's
you know,
facts.
back down, but I was like, no. And I got into it with his manager, and I realized he was doing his job. I was trying to protect the venue and the team of people and the team of investors that I was a part of. And
You
that-
stuck your neck out for your peoples.
As you
yeah, so
should.
Respectable.
I'm looking out for my people. He's
Good
looking out for his
guy.
people.
Put
But
the good guy emoji above his head.
but I mean, but that's what it was, and so it did not go well. Apollo and I had a blast and a half, and then everybody's asking. The next day, my phone is blowing up. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? And I'm trying to explain it, and then come to find out, he does that quite often because he gets mad that people only know like 3 of his songs.
Well, I know one.
And I was like, my boy, you have 3 songs.
Yeah, that's it.
You got to deal with that.
You have Beautiful Girls, Fire Burning, and
I know
Eeny
that one.
Meeny. And
I only know the 2. What's Eeny Miny Mo? Catch a tiger by his toe?
Shawty is a eeny, meeny, miny, mo lover.
Nope.
Whoa. Justin
Nope.
Bieber's in it.
Nope.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 25 years old.
That explains it.
I listen to like deeper music than like ooh wee wee ta ta tee hee beep beep beep.
Well, it's absolutely that.
Okay, so I don't listen to that.
I mean,
that's like K-pop.
Yeah. I mean, it's a party banger, don't get me wrong. And I like it, but that's the ones that
I'll
people
probably
know.
party too when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I'll party anything when I'm drunk.
And it was like he posted like a few days before. He was like, "Yo, I got a new album coming out." And in my mind I was like, "Don't play that. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear Your Way to." That's what I want. That's what these people bought tickets for.
Yeah.
And he gets mad people don't know his new music. And I mean, I get it. I'd be upset too, but that's what happened. I'm not trying to talk shit, but I kind of am because I'm like, you need to be responsible for your contract. I fulfilled my part of the contract, which was give these people a 2.5 hour opener. But it was so everybody, oh, how was Sean Kingston? I'm like, it was terrible. Well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, he did 20 minutes and left. And I'm like, you can do that in Miami. You go to a Miami club, Drake will come out and do Nice for What and leave, and people feel like they got their money's worth.
Yeah.
Man, Drake's fire, man. Even though he don't write all this shit, he's still fire.
Baddie of the week. Rihanna was our
What is
said
Baddie
Disney
of the
Channel.
week?
Baddie of the week. We choose a certain female, whether they're famous or not famous, and we shout them out.
Shout them out. Let them know that you're doing your thing. Whatever you're doing in life, you're doing it, girl, and you look good doing it.
Now you're very out here in these streets. You're a DJ and stuff.
Damn.
So you don't got to do the non-famous
Put my
people.
man's out in the street.
You can, but you don't got to.
Oh,
My man's out. Dr. Payne. Hammer drop.
I'm definitely not doing the local people
No locals.
because I definitely know them in
No
my
red
head.
flags.
But if I say one local girl that's Baddie of the week,
Tough.
then all the other ones, why was I not Baddie of the week?
Facts.
Yeah.
So I'm going famous.
Okay.
I'm going to
Famous,
go Mrs. Nikki Heaton.
Nikki
Heaton. I don't know who she's married to. She is so bad.
So
And
sexy.
she's got like 2 kids. I'd divorce the fuck out of her.
He said he gonna fuck her and take half the money and only 1 kid.
I'd take all of the kids.
Just 1.
So, where is your favorite place to DJ at?
Yes.
Oh,
bro.
my God.
What's the secret gem of Greenville, South Carolina?
Oh, okay. The secret gem. All right. Don't ask me my favorite place because then if I say my favorite place, then all the other
Oh,
ones
yeah.
will be like,
That
oh,
makes
why
sense.
did you-
Okay.
And then it's gonna be flooded with niggas.
The hidden gem. All right. The hidden gem.
Please don't say Connolly's.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I love Connolly's, but it's not a hidden gem. Everybody knows about it.
Facts.
The hidden gem. You talking about for like a bar club scene type thing? So we've got Greenville, South Carolina. We have 2 clubs.
Okay.
One is a little bit more of a hip hop club. One is more of a EDM house club.
Both can be lit depending on the DJ.
They are both lit. They are both full-on nightclubs in their own right. VIP, bottle service, the whole 9. Both have a couple of pros. Both have a couple of cons, but they are nightclubs. And I love them both. I've played at them both. I'm the resident at Bond. I have played at Vine, and I love them both. They're both fantastic clubs, and I have said that on and off camera. Then we have a couple of like smaller like bars with a club vibe, like you got loud music and good drinks and people shaking their ass. So the hidden gem, again, most people know about that. All right, I say one hidden gem is definitely Society,
Okay.
and that is right. If y'all know where Ink and Ivy is right across the street.
Yeah.
Society. Yeah, we ate there. The good food, man.
Oh,
if you
killer
if
food.
you ain't been there, Society, man, good food, and they stay open late as fuck.
They do every night, 2 a.m. Shout out Chris Rosensteel. He's the chef. He made all that food, and it is amazing.
Yeah. Facts.
Society, well, I mean, it's not really a hidden gem anymore. People know about it, but
Because
it can
Ink and
get
Ivy
lit.
blew up though.
Yeah.
That's why.
Society can get lit, especially on the weekends, because they're really good about choosing the type of music they play. They don't do DJs, but they are really good about choosing the music that they play for the crowd that they have. And I mean, they'll put on a Pandora station for whatever crowd is in the room, and everybody can have a good time. The bartenders are all great. The food is all great. So you can get a drink quick. You can hang out, have a good time. You can rage, or you can just kind of get a late night snack, whatever.
Chill at the bar.
Yeah, absolutely. Another hidden gem. I'm trying to think of another one. I mean, Ink and Ivy, that's not a hidden gem either.
Facts.
It's not hidden. It's a gem, but it's not hidden.
I realize that a lot of people don't know about the club in the back on the second floor.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably a great hidden gem. Is because so this place, and if you're not from Greenville, you don't know, but what they do is they have a restaurant on the first floor. That restaurant has an overflow on the second floor, nightclub on the third floor, and rooftop on the fourth floor.
Sick.
But on the weekends, that second floor becomes like between the restaurant and the club. So it's like, all right, we're not ready to go to the club yet, but we're still a little, we want to dance a little bit. We want to get loud.
Yeah, there's
hard.
still DJ on that floor too.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, that is super fun.
There's like 3 DJs on there, like
and
3 DJs.
The DJ will be like 8 to 12.
Yeah.
And then you go up to the club, and that DJ's doing like 10 to 2.
And the drinks are hella affordable. Just saying.
I don't know. I haven't been in a while.
Well, they are hella affordable.
Or they've hooked me up.
They fucked you
Yes.
up?
No, they hooked me up.
Have you been to the cigar experience before? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, because we've actually been there before. He DJs there, and it was wild. The first one was very lit. The second one, but
See,
the first one, yeah.
That's a funny thing about South Carolina. I don't know if it's just South Carolina or if it's just Greenville or if it's just the South in general. So you can have these places. So the cigar experience. They had a DJ and it was lit. And so somebody who's from New York, LA, Miami, they were like, wait, hold up. You had a cigar, like a cigar bar that had a DJ and it was jumping?
Yeah.
Like they get confused by that. It's like, no, like one of the places I do in Columbia is an oyster bar. I'm like, yo, I'll post on my story, yo, I'm DJing at Pearl's tonight, and people that don't go out will be like, wait, you're at the oyster spot? I'm like, yeah, it gets lit. Like the floor shakes. People are jumping up and down so hard. So you have all these oddball. You got the cigar place, you got the oyster place, and you got, the trampoline place. I don't know if the trampoline place is lit, but you have all these places that are not normally club environments that once 10 o'clock hits, they immediately become club environments.
Okay. That's dope. That's really dope.
Everything can be a club if you got a mindset about it.
But
Absolutely.
Church can be a mindset.
We got to
go in there and turn up
into these high or low questions, and they are directed towards you. So,
all right, what's a high or low question?
So high or low, we're going to ask you a question, and you're basically going to see whether it be high or low. So, for example, what are the chances of you leaving with a bottle girl? High or low?
Low.
Yeah, you talked about bottle girls in your TikTok, man.
I did. Let me tell y'all something right now. I'm going to tell everybody right now, public service announcement. Leave the bottle girls alone. I know they are nice to look at. I like looking at them. All right? And they are very often nice people. I know almost all of them that I know are great people, and I love them. They are nice to look at, and I will go get late night food with them when the show is done. Don't date them. Don't ask for their number. Leave them alone. They will ruin your life, and they will ruin your credit score.
Wow.
You heard what the man said. They're great. They're great kissers, but stay away from the cheeks.
I've never kissed a bottle girl. Well, currently.
Is it? Are they just?
I dated one time.
So you had to kiss her. If you dated her, you had to kiss her. And you had to kiss her on the lips, too.
Were they just nice because they wanted to get money out of it? Or are they just genuinely nice?
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, yes, they are nice people, but the ones I know are nice people. But they're being nice to you in the club because they want your money.
I think everybody looking for something, especially if you're in clubs.
Yeah, and they're pretty, and they're in lingerie, and they're nice to look at, and they're nice to talk to. They all have great personalities.
Bubbly.
Yeah.
Like their asses.
They're bubbly people. Yes, just like their
buttocks.
And it just sits
like
up
a donkey truck. like a half a ham.
But don't think the bottle girl wants to marry you.
She won't.
Yeah.
And maybe in Vegas, if you go to Vegas, the bottle girl might just marry you.
Okay, what are the chances of you getting drunk on one of your sets? High or low?
High.
Him.
It's not guaranteed, but it is high.
Because he likes liquor.
I do like liquor. And because of the nature of the environment, people bring you shots. So, like, yeah, I'm going to get a little buzz. I'm going to catch a buzz. I might even get drunk, but I'm not gonna get too sloppy to perform. I'm not gonna get to the point to where
Not like
my
porn star
skills
sloppy.
suffer. Right? Yeah, not like I mascara running. We're not doing that.
None of that.
I don't want to get to a point to where my skills suffer and that people can tell he's too drunk to DJ. But
Yeah.
I have also DJ sober. It's not very fun. It can be done, but it's not fun.
Okay. What are the chances of you getting hit on by a female during a set, high or low? It can
High.
be a bottle girl or just a regular girl just coming to the club. Like,
Hi. It happens all the time.
okay, they just walk up to you and just like, hey,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's not because there's two things. Number one, it's not because they think you're attractive. It's because you're a DJ and you're standing up there picking the music for all night and you have lights shining on you.
And you're like the center of attention.
Yeah,
Like,
you're the center of attention, and so they want to be a part of that, and I understand that. And number two, even if they are like, "Hey, big boy, what are you doing later?" and you say, "Hey, I'd like to do you later,"
and they'd be like, yes, piss on my face.
or spit in my mouth.
That's cool too.
Okay.
But what
And we're all colored in some way.
99 out of 100 times, I mean, so if I'm DJing, I get done at 2 a.m. I still got to pack up all my shit, pay my tab if I drank, and then
They make you pay?
well, some places do, some places don't. Most places don't.
Depends on like how in you are.
Yeah, well, I still have to get paid, so I got to get my money, and I got to pack up all my shit. So I'm out of the club at 2:15, 2:30. That girl's at home, passed out with Taco Bell on her lap.
Taco Bell's not good, man. You're gonna end up shitting on a dick that way.
I'm gonna shit on her dick.
No, I mean I hope. I mean that's
No.
possible in 2023.
No, but it's like those
Yeah.
by the those girls, they might intend to want to,
Bang it
get
out.
crazy with you, but
Oh fuck yeah!
by the end of the night, they're gone. They're passed out. So yes, it does happen a lot. Like I
Okay.
but it's not something that I hang my head on. It just happens.
Yeah, because you had the experience with doing it.
Been
and-
there, done that.
Yeah.
Been that, done her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it never happened, but it's,
But next one. What are the chances of you messing up during one of your sets as you're DJing?
well, define messing up.
Like when it goes.
I'm not a DJ, so I don't really know.
Okay,
So-
okay. Messing up because if you mess up, not technically that means you mess up as long as you could cover it up.
Okay, then low. And I'm
Like people be like, ooh,
okay. So when other people notice,
Yeah.
So that's low. That's not to say it doesn't happen and I can't recover without people knowing what happened, but maybe something comes unplugged, or
Okay.
I hit the wrong button on the computer or whatever happens, then that happens, but it's again, the chances are low. It doesn't not happen, but it is very rare.
Okay. Because you're him.
like I
You're
know,
that- yeah.
I know.
Well-
Like for me, oh, go ahead. You straight.
Well, so I was going to say, because you know how to, over the years, you learn how to troubleshoot. So all of a sudden the music stops. I have a process that I go through in my head over the next 5 or 10 seconds that, okay, what made the music stop? I immediately reflexively check
chords.
what's plugged in,
Yeah.
what's not. Did I stop a turntable? Did I unplug a USB cable? What happened?
Did a bitch spill a drink on my shit?
Which has almost happened. To be fair, that's never happened, but I pray it doesn't. But I have this thing that as soon as I hear the music stop, within 2 seconds, I've already checked 4 or 5 different things. And 9 times out of 10, it's one of those 4 or 5 different things.
Okay. Last high or low question.
All right.
What are the chances of you going to see another DJ spin at their set?
Very high.
Very high?
All the
So
time.
you support the community you're in.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If I'm off one night,
So
and-
he's not a Sean Kingston, guys.
no. I am absolutely like, if I'm off, and I try to fit it into my schedule to where I have one weekend night off per month, and I'll usually, I have a couple of weeknights off, and so I'll stay home and watch TV and just chill. But I try to make sure that I have a night off to go out and see somebody else DJ, and ideally see 2 or 3 guys play, so I can go out and pop around spots. And number one, to show support to your friends, because again, most of the time these guys are my friends before they're DJs.
Facts.
We've become friends through that, but I'm like,
Facts.
all right, let me go show support for these dudes. And
Facts.
also let me see how they DJ, because they do it different than me. So I'm listening close while I'm hanging out drinking with the homies. I'm listening to be like, all right, they mix this like that or like this. I need to remember that. And so I'm just taking mental notes the whole time. So it's important. It's important to support the community you're in. It's important to support your homies, but it's also important to go out there and listen to how other people do your own job.
That's dope.
Aloe vera. It's good for the skin.
Yeah, but I definitely know somebody that you can go check out on the weekends. You know?
Send them my way.
Oh, bet for sure. For sure.
Brother Payne, I got 2 words for you.
2
Tin
words.
Roof. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you?
Tin Roof means a lot to me.
Tin Roof is amazing.
Tin Roof is the bar that I started DJing in. So it was the very first bar to ever give me a gig. And what's funny is that Tin Roof is like, by nature, a country bar. Like
Okay.
on Friday, Saturday, and then some Sundays, there's 15 or so Tin Roofs around the country. They are country bars. So Friday nights, they're going to have a country cover band playing Long Neck, Ice Cold Beer, Never Broke My Heart. But then during the week, some of them will have DJs. And I wound up being one of those DJs at Tin Roof in Columbia, South Carolina. And I've been DJing there for probably 7 years now. And I love them so, so much. They've been so good to me over the years. I've DJ'd their Christmas party, like their employee Christmas parties. Like I go there when I'm not DJing. I've met every kind of people. I've met so many different kinds of people in there. And what was great about Tin Roof as a DJ was that I learned how to DJ very early on. I learned to DJ for a lot of different types of people because a place like Tin Roof, you don't know what kind of group of people is about to walk in there. You might get a hip hop crowd. You might get an older crowd. You might get an EDM crowd. And so you have to learn what to play on the fly very quickly for those types of people. You might get young, college kids, a retirement party, whatever, on a Wednesday night, and you've got a DJ for them right then and there. So it was kind of like, just getting thrown into the fire in that way because I had to learn how to DJ for so many different people very quickly. But in the long run, it was a fantastic way to start.
Because life is like a box of chocolates.
You don't know what you're going to get up in that bitch on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. He always says,
big booties, little booties, all the booties.
Play to the back of the room because you never know who might be in there. You can do like an elementary school dance and there could be a millionaire, billionaire in there just checking you out.
Throwing ass.
You never know.
Yeah.
And it's happened to me before. Matter of fact, in Tin Roof, I've gotten, on a Wednesday night in Tin Roof, the manager of another spot was in there like, hey, you're killing it. Do you want to come play at our spot sometimes? And that spot paid a lot of money. And I went and played there and they liked me. And I've been continually playing that other spot for many years now. And I mean, that happens all the time. So just because there's only 10 people in a bar that holds 300 people doesn't mean that you should just,
not give it your all and
hit autoplay, because it's those types of nights when someone's going to come up to you and say, hey, you're doing great. Come to our other spot.
Network.
Your network is your net worth.
I've heard someone say that before.
It's true.
D-Bot
said that at Cigar Experience. Yeah.
D-Bot.
But one of my questions is, we already did like your top 3 playlists, what you would play, but what is your do not playlist? Like, we're not playing this at
Fuck
all.
that song.
All right. So I get 99% of the places that I play, and I'll get requests for them every now and then. And normally, if I hear a request and I know I'm not going to play it, I'll just be like, yeah, I got you. Or I'm going to lie to them. I'll just be like, yeah, I'll see if I can fit it in. Even if it's just not the vibe. It might not be a bad song, it's just not the vibe. But the songs that I'll look at somebody and just be like, no, is the Cupid Shuffle, the Electric Slide, the Wobble, unless you pay me. I mean, you give me $50, yeah, I'll play the Wobble. But those line dance songs, and usually when I say, hey, will you play the Electric Slide? And I'm in a club, I'm like, no. And they'll be like, why? And I was like, because this is not a wedding. Yeah. If it's a wedding, I'll run through all of those songs, which I do maybe 1 or 2 weddings a year, and they're usually for people I know. But those songs are corny. and you know what?
Soulja Boy, all that.
I mean, no, I'll play Soulja Boy.
It's still corny. He a corny ass nigga.
Yeah, I mean he's corny, but I'll still play it.
I think he's
Facts.
funny,
But those songs, Electric
he's
Slide, I would say Electric Slide, Cupid Shuffle,
I think he looked like a roach,
and The Wobble.
like a roach blunt.
A roach?
okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing those. Not in a bar or a club, and not unless you pay me.
That makes sense.
And a lot, like not $5. Like I'm not playing your song for $5.
Because you don't want them two-stepping on the floor in a club.
Oh, so you saying like if somebody gives you a request, you want to get paid? So like even if it's ass, at least you got paid to play that ass song.
If it's an ass song, you have to pay me a lot to play it. Like
Facts.
if you're like if I'm doing a hip hop set, like if I'm 30 minutes into a hip hop set and you're like, yo, play Nice for What? Which is something I would play in a hip hop set anyway. Or, you just have some random like,
would just move it
older
up the
song or like, oh, play Soul Survivor. I'd be like, okay, like I wasn't gonna play that, but that fits with what I'm doing. And you're like, hey, I'll give you $10 to play Soul Survivor. Yeah, I'll play it all day. And if you make a request to me that is a good song that I didn't think of, I will play it. Like I don't say I don't take requests. I'll just say,
You just better know your shit.
yeah, like don't come to me in the middle of an EDM night and ask for Young Dolph. But conversely, don't come to me in the middle of a hip hop set and go,
ask for
yo,
Skrillex.
play Katy Perry or Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what I'm doing. That's not, read the room.
Or like 21 Pilots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna throw in one because this is DJ to DJ.
DJ to
look,
DJ,
it's
let's hear
YG.
Top 3 wordplay.
Is it's like, hold up, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? So I do that.
Okay.
And that one goes off pretty hard. And then
So that was hard with no music, so it gotta be hard with music.
And then there's a new one. It's more of like a house EDM song. It's called Belle Mercy. And it goes into so the house song, it's from Europe somewhere, and it's just a very popular like tech house type song. And it's like 120 beats per minute, and it's a Lamborghini Mercy, and then it goes into Rick Ross, into that type of shit, into Lamborghini, Purple Lamborghini by Rick Ross.
okay.
And that's a good one. You can bridge like the EDM crowd to the hip hop crowd, and everybody's happy.
Last question. We gotta go back to your childhood, man.
Oh my!
Did you play any sportical, any batical, any ballsical?
I did play. I played a little bit of sports. So I went to a very small private school that is about let's call it 2 blocks from where we are right now.
Is it Christchurch?
I did. I went to Christ Church. And
okay.
now that is a very
I just exposed my location.
yeah, we did. So we are somewhere in the neighborhood of Christ Church.
Facts.
However, I played sports there. I wrestled, and we had a halfway decent wrestling team, but I didn't get to do very much, so I just did average. But I also played football. Remind you, I was in 8th grade. There was no cuts on the team. If you tried out, you made the team.
Yeah.
I truck so many small people.
Yeah, because we didn't have enough people to make cuts. Like if you wanted to play, you got to play. So I was 6'2", 135 pounds. I was a defensive tackle.
If you guys don't
Wow.
know, that's not a lot of weight in our league.
Well, what? So where did you go to high school?
I went to Jailman Academy.
All right. So what was the average weight of a defensive tackle at Jailman?
about 270.
About 270 in high school.
Yeah.
So
even
this
in high
dude
school.
is
Yeah.
literally twice my weight trying to whoop my ass, and I think we went like 1-11.
Why did they put you at D tackle? Why not corner?
Because he was tall, so they probably put him like DN. They put you at DN?
Never. They put me at tackle because I could break. Because I was skinny, I could
You
break
would
through the
just-
line.
you would
I could
just
break
get
through the
skinny.
O line.
So they tell us as big inwards to get skinny. But you already was skinny.
Right, so
you
I
was
could just like I could
just
just kind
shot
of
in
like
there.
scoot through the line real quick. Now I made 1 sack in my 2 years of playing.
What kind of celebration you do?
I don't remember. I didn't expect it to happen because we
was
sucked
shocked.
so
You was-
bad.
You was in shock. You was like, oh, I got it.
I made 1 sack and 1 tackle in my 2 years, but I had fun doing it. But we just weren't any good, so I just stopped.
Man, football consumes so much time.
Yeah, that too. I was
I
like,
look
man,
back
I'd
and I'm
rather
like, bro, I woke up at 8 and got home at 8 every day.
yeah, like I didn't want to. So I mean, I like rollerbladed and skateboarded. Like I did all that individual stuff, but like team sports, I played baseball, like little league, and I mean I was pretty good in little league, but so was everybody.
I skateboarded too when I was like 100 pounds.
I tried
I
skateboarding.
still skateboard. And I like it.
Once I hit 200, I stopped because I realized that's a danger to myself.
Skateboarding's fun, and it's a great mode of transportation if you live in a city.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. Now, granted, when I was 15, when you're 15 and you skateboard and you fall, you can just like dust it off.
100 straight times a day.
Yeah, 100 times a day. When you're in your 30s and you fall on a
It
skateboard,
hurts.
the first time you fall, that's it for the day.
Yeah.
You're done. That's it for the weekend.
It's like Al going home to
Yeah.
watch Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, you're done for the day.
Yeah, I tried skateboarding. I just gave up and I just sat on the board and just let it roll.
That's fine. I mean, that's fun.
It takes a lot of shin damage.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of. I hope you wear knee pads. If not, you'll probably shatter your kneecap.
I did. I broke my kneecap.
Yeah, you'll
It
probably
ain't
shatter your
great.
kneecap. I hit the side of a building. I said, let's just go down this big ass hill. So I go down this big ass hill. At the bottom, it's a big ass oil pit. So then I like slide, and then I just hit the sidewalk, fly into the house.
Gosh.
And then I had a football game that night, and I was hurting. A lot of ibuprofen.
and you know what's funny is they say that kids get more injuries in soccer than any other sport. More than rollerblading, skateboarding, all that stuff. Kids get more injuries in soccer.
That's tough.
I don't know who they is, but they say that.
Well, there's a lot of Hispanics, and they play a lot of soccer.
Oh, they kill it.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the end of this episode. We appreciate you coming out, man.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This was a fucking blast. This is the first one I've ever done, and I had a hoot and a half.
You're our first guest, so
Oh, well.
yeah, this is great.
Major Payne, bringing the pain, downtown, Greenville. Come see that, man. Spin it up.
Yeah.
Come on out.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your social media, man? What's your social media? Shout out your social media.
So Instagram is at DJ Payne. Payne is spelled like Major Payne, Payne. So at DJ Payne, Payne. Oh, yeah, it's right there. TikTok is also at DJ Payne. And that's all I really use. Don't add me on Snapchat. That's for my homies. That's weird. Because
That's the homies and Shawty at a time.
I say some what? I post wild shit on Snapchat, but the ones you can see where I'm playing, I post my schedule on Instagram at the beginning of the week. I post where I'm going to be that week. That's where you can see all the cool shit. TikTok, if you are a DJ or a want to be DJ or an artist, you absolutely need to follow me on TikTok because that's where I post all of my tips, tricks on like how I got started, how to make more money, tips how to read a crowd, all kinds of like DJ centric stuff is on TikTok, but the regular stuff is on Instagram.
Very transversal to anything in the music industry, comedy, all that. Anything that's to do with appealing to a crowd, he talks about it all. So
Yes.
Exactly. But yeah, thank you for checking out this second episode. All our social medias, all that is at the High Low Podcast in the link in the description. You can go check out Nez. Nez, where you at individually? Where you at?
At the real Nez, Instagram, any music platform, Pandora, not the normal ones. What was that? Apple Heart, any of those.
Pandora is the first music platform you went to?
I already know everybody know the Apples and the Spotify and all that. Everybody know that. I'm gonna name the ones like Tidal and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tidal, iHeartRadio, random shit. Stuff your grandma might listen to. I'm on that too. NEZZE, put your bitch to sleep, listen to my shit. All that shit.
Yeah, you go check me out on YouTube and Instagram, TikTok, all that at Atlanta is Nick. I post vlogs.
Nice.
All that shit. You feel me? We be lit, man.
We be lit.
If you really want to see how lit we begin, go check it out because he be going crazy. So, yeah, go check that out, man. But other than that, we appreciate
it.
Y'all
Actually
for
is a
viewing.
video of me in there.
You've been in a couple.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. But yeah, we out.
Peace.
Peace.